How on earth can you decide which tools you should use in your business? We've all been there. You start to research project management tools, and all of a sudden you're bombarded with hundreds of different software tools that you could possibly use at varying price points and varying capabilities. Sometimes it's just overwhelming and you throw your hands up and say, forget it. I'm just not going to use anything. Or you waste so much time trying out all these different tools only to find that none of them are quite the right fit for you. Don't worry, I've got you covered. In this episode, I'm going to be sharing the 11 tools that we can't live without at the first click. These span from email marketing to project management to keeping all our passwords in one place. No matter what, I'm sure there's a tool in here that can help you out. So stay tuned, stick around, and share in the comments below this episode which tool you found to be most impactful for you. But before we get into it, this episode is brought to you by our 30-day website roadmap. It's not enough to just have a website. Your website should be a selling machine for you. And if it's not, then you're not making the most out of the investment that you've put into it. So check out our 30-day website roadmap where we walk you step by step through all of the elements you should consider before redesigning your website or things you should consider when auditing your website to see if it's doing what it should be, generating sales and making conversions. You can download this free guide at thefirstclick.net/30 days. I'll say that one more time because it's a goodie. thefirstclick.net/30 days. Let's get into it. You're listening to the Digital Marketing Therapy Podcast. I'm your host, Sammy Bedell-Mulhern, and each week I bring you tips from myself and other experts, as well as hot seats with small business owners and entrepreneurs to demystify digital marketing and get you on your way to generating more leads and growing your business. Now, I'm sharing with you my 11 favorite tools that we use in our business. I am by no means suggesting that you have to use all 11 of these tools in order to be successful. I have found over time that these are the things that help us streamline and work more efficiently, and so I wanted to share them with you. But it's important to note that you really only want to use the tools that make the most sense for you and your unique business. So don't feel pressure to use them all, but I hope that you'll find a new tool here that you haven't used before that can help you maximize your time and get more done in the day. So without further ado, let's kick it off with tool number 1. And this might be the most important tool that we use. ClickUp is our project management tool, and it's how we keep all of our tasks organized, know what's on our plate, and really keep track of all of the things that are going on, from client projects to where we're at with setting up our new membership program. So we have a new membership that's launching October 1st called the Website Laboratory. And ClickUp houses all of our deadlines, all of our tasks, everything that we need to know about so that everything can function and work on time. I really like ClickUp because it gives you a global view of everything that's going on in your business, as well as diving down into specifics. So whether it's like us, where we might want to see a specific client project, or maybe it might be a product launch for you, or maybe it's a just facet of your business. Maybe you have social media, maybe you have content, maybe you have scheduling of employees or onboarding. It can do everything. And I really love its functionality and all of the improvements that they're making along the way. It is our all-in-one project management tool. We have used it to replace several other tools, and I could not live without it. So for project management, we use ClickUp, and we really love it. And kind of sticking on along the same lines as that, our number 2 tool I want to talk to you about today is Toggl, Toggl. And Toggl is a time tracker. So this is great for me because all of our contractors use it. It's how they track their time. It's how I know what to pay them and how I know what projects they're spending most of their time on. It's really easy. It's really clean. I get a lot of great reports from it. And we have the free version of Toggl, so we don't pay for it. And we get everything that we need. I can see not just which project they're working on, but which specific part of the project they're working on? Is it writing copy for client X? Or is it setting up plugins? Is it creating the analytics structure? Whatever it is, we can be very specific about exactly what it is that we're working on. So again, it helps me with client invoicing, but it also just helps me as a business owner to understand where we're spending our time and where maybe we need to clean things up or tighten things up a bit. So I highly recommend checking that one out. And as a bonus, Toggl and ClickUp connect. So you can time track within each individual task. The next tool I want to talk to you about is Divi. And so Divi is the platform that we use to build our websites on. It is the theme by Elegant Themes, and it's a very popular theme. I'm sure you've heard of it if you are developing your own WordPress website. But we build every single website on it, and so it's a tool we couldn't live without. We love its capabilities and abilities to customize and create websites that look different from all the others, and it's just been a great asset for us in our business. And if you want to know more about why we love Divi so much, check out episode 12 of the podcast where we talk specifically about the Divi theme and why it works for us in our business. So I won't go too much into it now, but it is definitely our WordPress theme of choice. And sticking with websites, when it comes to hosting, hosting is what keeps your website up and running. So the domain is what people type into the search bar in order to find you, but your hosting is what actually keeps your website up so people can see it. We love SiteGround. SiteGround is amazing. They have amazing customer service. It's cost effective. They understand how WordPress works, and they have a lot of optimization functionality that we just can't get anywhere else. So when it comes to hosting, SiteGround is our go-to jam. Now, one last thing when it comes to your websites. Having legal documentation that supports you and has your back is really key and really important. And so I love utilizing Bobby Klink's templates of Your Online Genius. We use his templates for our privacy policies, our terms and conditions, our disclaimers, on pretty much every website. We direct clients to him, but we also use him in our business for our course agreements, for our contractor agreements, affiliate agreements. He just has templates for everything. And while it's not a tool that I might use on a daily basis, it's definitely a tool that has saved our business and works all the time to help us make sure that we're keeping things legal, stating the right things, and getting and building relationships that are strong and everyone's in the up and up. So I highly recommend that you have some sort of legal tool in your toolbox, whether it's Legal Shield or somebody like Your Online Genius. We love Bobby Klink because of the personal touch that he gives to all of the contracts that he puts out there. So I believe that brings us to number 6. And for that, I'm going to tell you a tool that you've heard me talk about several times. But another tool we can't live without is Canva. Canva is a graphic design tool which helps you create social media graphics, presentations, flyers, business cards, whatever you need, Canva can do it. And they have tons of templates for you to choose from, as well as ways to print it off directly through their system. And we love the fact that I can upload our font colors and logos for ease of creating consistently branded materials time over time over time. Now, my business partner, Berkeley, he's a graphic designer. He's totally fluent in the Adobe Creative Suite, which is a tool I'm not going to mention in this episode, but is another tool that we use all the time. But he prefers Illustrator, Photoshop, all of that. I am not a designer and tech savvy like that, and so when I just need something done real quick and don't want to pester him so he can keep working on other projects, I go to Canva to create those for myself. It is an amazing tool with tons of free photography that you can use, templates, designs, layouts. You can't go wrong, and it's really easy to use, so I highly recommend checking that out if you haven't already. Number 7 is my email marketing platform. So I love email marketing. I think it's essential for growing your business. I think it's essential for generating sales. Email marketing is not dead, and not everyone, but a vast majority of people actually prefer to be reached out to by brands via email than through social media, messenger, chat, etc. And so we prefer ConvertKit as our email service provider of choice. It's clean, it's simple, it's easy to use, and I really love their visual automation tool, which allows you to really clearly see the path that your subscribers are going to take when they enter your email list and all of the information they're going to get along the way. So ConvertKit is definitely our go-to there. Number 8 is all about how we manage our passwords. LastPass is something new that we've discovered. I know it's not new and we're a little late to the game here, but we're starting to integrate LastPass more and more because it allows us to share passwords between team members and also between clients so that we can log in with their information without them having to share passwords. It's just a great way to be a little bit more secure. So if you haven't checked out LastPass, then for sure, definitely something worth checking out. It's a free tool, and whether it's for personal or business use, it can just really help keep you organized. So now when I go to a location, a software tool that I need to log into, LastPass automatically saves my passwords and logs me in. So no more trying to figure out exactly what my password was, changing it and forgetting it the next time that I log in. You'll want to check that out for sure. So tools 9 through 11, the last 3 tools I'm going to share, are all about video. We have 3 tools that we use for 3 different versions, and I'm going to break it down now. Number 9 is Loom, and Loom is something we use in our web browser mostly, although they do have a desktop version now. But we use it to create short little videos for clients and students to show them how to execute something. So, for example, if we have a client that wants to know how to edit something on the back end of their website, instead of typing out a lengthy email and explaining to them how to do it, I can simply go to Loom, go to my desktop, record directly in there with my voice, and show them how to do it. I also get notification if they've watched the video, so I know if they've seen it and can track how many times they've watched it. You could also use Loom for lots of things like reviewing contracts and explaining difficult areas that they might not understand the legal jargon of, or maybe sending welcome messages to new people signing up for your program. You could also use Loom for just sending, "Hey, how are you?" videos to clients or VIP customers. It's really easy to use, 2 clicks of a button and you're sharing your screen, and you can either do the full version of yourself, having you as the main video, you could have your video in the corner, or you don't have to show up at all. We really love Loom as a tool to make things easy and be able to explain things visually. The second video tool that we use, which is our tool number 9, is BeLive. And BeLive is what we utilize for streaming to Facebook. It allows me to schedule my Facebook Live so that people can see a notification that I'm going live, which is a powerful tool because then people can get reminders that you're going to be live and plan accordingly for that event. It also makes it really easy to invite guest speakers, to do screen sharing. There's so many things that you can do with it. It makes it super simple to have a really good experience for your live viewers. And there's other platforms that you can use BeLive for, but Facebook is what we use it mostly for, and it's been a really great tool for us. And the last tool that I'll share with you, tool number 11, is Zoom. Zoom is a video conferencing tool that we use all the time. When we complete a website project for a client, it includes an hour of training. And this way we can do it face-to-face with a screen share and record the session so they can keep it and have it later to reference when they need it. We also use Zoom to record our online course. It's not even anybody on the other side, but they have great tools that we can use in order to make the experience great. I also love using Zoom for recording interviews on this podcast. Zoom allows me to record 2 separate audio files, so my audio file and my interviewee or my guest, their audio file. So when it comes to editing and breaking it down, we can cut out sound that might show up on one side or the other, or control levels of volume. And the last way that we use Zoom is when we're interacting with our students inside our programs. I prefer using Zoom because of the chat functionality. I can see people's faces. It's a lot more interactive as opposed to me just asking questions in a Facebook group and them having to type things in. We really love that face-to-face engaging interaction. It makes all the difference. So there you have it. Those are my 11 tools. So just to run through them real quick, and again, I will share all of these in the show notes for this episode at thefirstclick.net/16. But just to break them down real quick, our project management tool we love is ClickUp. For time tracking, we love Toggl. We love SiteGround and Divi for our WordPress theme and hosting. And for all of our legal needs, we go to Your Online Genius and Bobby Klink. ConvertKit is my email service provider of choice, and I love Canva for creating graphics. And for all our video needs, we love BeLive, Zoom, and Loom. But I'm not going to leave you hanging there. I've got 2 bonus tools that we love to use as well, and I want to share them with you. One is one I'm sure most of you know, which is Slack. We use Slack for internal communication, and I like it because we have different channels for different topics. It helps us keep things organized, and it's also searchable. So instead of things getting lost in text messages, through Slack, we can really keep track of where things are with different projects. We can easily share attachments, and it just makes life all that easier. And the last bonus tool that I'm going to share is Google Multi-Inbox. I love doing the multi-inbox feature with Google, and if you just Google it, and I will put a link in the resources as far as how to set it up. It's amazing. It helps me keep my inbox at inbox 0 and really keep things organized. I have different inboxes that show up on the right side of my screen for things like to-dos or specific client projects or specific things I need to do for my membership. Having it all set up in that way allows me to funnel through my email very quickly, assign things to ClickUp like we need to, and then file things away into the other to-do areas so that I can tackle them when I'm ready to work on that project. It has been a game changer for me, and I really, really love it. So I really want to know, what's your favorite tool that we mentioned today? Or is there a tool we didn't mention that you think we just have to try out? Leave it in the comments at thefirstclick.net/16 or in our private Facebook community, the First Click community. We love to have conversation there and dive deep into what you learned on this episode and what worked well for you. That's all for today, and I look forward to seeing you next week. So for now, make sure that you rate and review and subscribe wherever you listen to this podcast so you don't miss out on an episode. We come to you every Tuesday with new episodes, and it's one of my favorite things to do in my business. So I look forward to spending more time with you, and thank you so much for tuning in. Bye.